What's up, everybody? Awkward Anxious Jennifer here, and for anybody who's new to my channel, welcome, and for anybody else, welcome back, of course. And anyway, I recently did a video on how shipping a celebrity couple has really helped improve my mental health over the last few months, and today I wanted to talk more specifically about how being part of this fandom has helped me make friends from all around the world and helped expand my social circle and just really been good for me overall. So my memory sucks these days, so I'm referring to notes again. Anyway, so I always kind of struggled to make friends, even as a kid. I mean, I definitely had some friends, but you know, it was not like real easy for me to make friends. And then the older I got, the harder it became to make friends. You know, fewer opportunities. You know, when you're not in school anymore, you don't see as many people, and especially now that I've been self-employed for most of the last few years, you know, I don't even have a workplace to go meet people at. And with my social anxiety, I'm not very good about going out and meeting people, and sometimes I can do that and have done that and have made some friends that way. But yeah, making friends have never been my strong suit. I'm so introverted and so shy, and I don't like to approach people. So yeah, so I have made friends over the years. I do still have some friends around the country and whatnot. And a lot of them, like, I know I could message them anytime and they would be there for me, but frankly, we mostly just, you know, wish each other happy birthday once a year, and a couple times a year, hey, how's it going? How are you? Fine, good. How are you? Fine. You know. So anyway, yeah, making friends has just gotten progressively harder. And then earlier this year, I moved to a brand new state where I don't know anybody. And, you know, it was right before the pandemic, so I didn't have time to make any local friends before things got crazy. So anyway, and one problem, especially as an adult, I mean, I've kind of always had different interests from people even as a kid, but as an adult, I definitely have different interests than other people my age. And this especially became true when I discovered Bollywood a little bit over a decade ago now. And for the life of me, I could not get any of my friends or family interested in Bollywood. So I had nobody to talk to. You know, more than a decade ago, social media wasn't really that much of a thing yet. I mean, Facebook was around. I suppose Twitter was around. I don't know, but I didn't have a Twitter account back then. So I didn't really have anybody to share that interest with. You know, I would go see the movies all by myself, which frankly, I do stuff by myself all the time, but you know, I would watch an amazing movie and not be able to tell anybody about it. Nobody I knew cared. So that was always tough for me. And the older I've gotten, the further away I've gotten from pop culture. You know, I don't listen to current pop music anymore. I pretty much never go see movies. I don't even have Netflix right now, so I don't really watch movies in general anymore. And I'm not current on celebrities and what's happening, and so you know, it's a lot harder to make friends when you don't have common interests. So that kind of is why I've struggled to make friends over the years. And now that I'm part of a fandom, in particular, I'm a waanjai, which is fans of MewGulf, which probably you already know that if you clicked on my video, but if you're from another fandom and don't have any idea who MewGulf are, my points still stand. You know, this is based on any fandom, how it can help you make friends. So now, I just discovered MewGulf a few months ago, and I've sort of been expanding my knowledge, expanding my followers, expanding my reach, and you know, reaching out to more people and them reaching out to me through DMs on Twitter and whatnot. And you know, I've done a couple videos on it on my channel now, and lots of threads. They get lots of comments and retweets and whatnot, and just expanding my social circle. And now I have, you know, people I talk to through DMs who I would consider good friends at this point from literally all around the world, all sorts of different time zones. And it's just so special to me to have so many people that I can reach out to like this. And we all have this common interest of you know, in this particular fandom, it's MewGulf, but, you know, whatever fandom has whatever interest, we all have this thing in common that we can all get excited about or sad about or whatever. Hey, did you see this thing? Hey, did you hear that? What do you think about this? And to be able to share common interests like that with people, you know, that's really powerful. And recently, over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, I've kind of really found my voice as far as making threads on Twitter, which I'll link my Twitter down below just in case you're interested. You know, my thoughts, obviously not everybody's going to share my thoughts, but generally I've gotten really positive feedback on my threads. So that's sort of empowering, like, oh, hey, people are interested in what I have to say. My YouTube channel is, I mean, granted, I'm not very regular about posting, but my channel has not grown very much at all recently. I mean, I was stuck at, I don't know, 254 subscribers for ever and ever. Ballpark. I would gain a couple, I would lose a couple, and I've gained something like 20 or 25 subscribers in the last couple weeks, just since my last, the video I did about shipping MewGulf. And of course I always use my quotation marks because if they're an actual couple, it's not technically shipping, but just for ease of speaking. Where was I going with this train of thought? Oh, finding my voice. So, you know, some people are really good at like internal praise, internal feedback, internal, yay, I'm good at this and I don't need anybody to tell me that. And that's not one of my strong suits. So to have something where I can get a lot of positive external feedback from people who appreciate my thoughts and are interested in my thoughts and, you know, reach out to me saying, hey, thanks for this. Hey, I appreciated that. Hey, I agree with this. It's just mind-blowing to me to get that sort of external validation. Oh, and I wrote my first fanfic, for lack of a better word, a few days ago. It was a one-shot, about 4,000 words. And that's the first fiction I think I've published, because even though it's just on AO3, that still counts as publishing. Really ever, I think. You know, I've started a few novels. One, I completed a rough draft, and I started workshopping it, and that will never see the light of day. But I've always loved fiction, ever since I was a little girl. I always loved writing fiction, and just kind of never followed through with a lot of it, I guess. So the fact that I was able to follow through and write a 4,000-word short story, basically, and get really overwhelmingly positive feedback on that has been huge. And then I'm also working on a much longer project, like another MewGulf fanfic, basically, that I'm going to start uploading one chapter at a time at some point. I'm still working on the middle, and I want to work on the end too. But I don't want to have a whole lot of pressure as far as, hey, when are you going to finish the next chapter? So I want to get a lot of chapters done. But right now, it's more than 30,000 words, which is basically half of a short-ish novel. And, you know, I've sent it off to a few people to read, and I'm getting really positive feedback on that too. So even though I can't make money off that writing, it's honing my fiction writing skills so that hopefully someday I'll have the confidence and the creativity to have like an original idea of something that I can publish and hopefully make money on at some point, which I guess has nothing to do with making friends on social media through a fandom, but whatever. It's still another positive thing that I have experienced through discovering MewGulf. So anyway, I think I've talked long enough about this topic, but hopefully some of you have also found really good friends. And you know, if you're just sort of in the fandom but not really talking to anybody, I would encourage you to reach out to people through their DMs. They may or may not reply, but you never know unless you try. I've had several people reach out to me and say, oh, hey, I just wanted to say hi, and it's okay if you never reply to me again, and I'm sorry for bothering you. And not everybody's going to feel the same, but for me personally, it's never a bother. Feel free to leave me a comment or send me a DM or whatever, and I, you know, really try to see and reply to everybody. I say that now. Watch my channel blow up and I won't have time, but for now, my little bitty YouTube channel and, you know, a few hundred followers on Twitter, I have time to reply to anybody. But yeah, just try it. Just reach out. You never know where your next great friend could come from. So anyway, I guess that's it for me. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.